Hey there, thanks for stopping by. That's great to be with you again. Another video, another course. This time it's about entrepreneurship. And I'm going to discuss with you, I'm going to present to you, if you will, 7 reasons you should buy a business instead of building one from scratch. Reason number 7. So the great thing about established businesses is that they are easier to finance. You know, if someone came to me, let's say a dear friend came to me and said, Hamza, I'm starting my own business, please lend me some money. Well, I'd be cautious, you see, because starting a new business is highly risky. By the way, please do not borrow money from the bank. Please be careful about debt when you start a business. The risk is incommensurate and is huge. So you don't want to, try with the bank. Okay, if you can get what I call love money, which is money from your family, friends, then that's much safer because they can wait a little bit longer, they're more flexible, and so on and so forth. Okay, but an established business is easy to finance. So if you're looking for investment to buy the business, for example, then if you come to me with a track record of this business saying, hey, look, the past 5 years, this is what the business has done, then I'd be very interested because I'll be according to this trend, then that's fine. Even the conversation between us is actually a great learning experience because, the more you get different opinions, you're going to be exposed to better, decisions, obviously, because you're going to get more opinions and more analysis of these numbers. But it's much easier to finance. It's much easier to convince people to lend you some money than if it's just a brand new business because you have an idea and you think it's going to work. Okay. Another way also is that, a lot of people that never bought a business or never looked into it, they think that you have to pay in advance. They think it's millions, etc. Not at all, by the way. Not at all. The way a lot of businesses are structured, and this is what I've seen the most, big companies do it, small companies do it, is that it's an earn-out. Now, what is an earn-out? An earn-out is like, let's just say we agree that the price of your business is, I'm making this up now, okay? $100,000, okay? Then I don't have to have the $100,000 just yet, okay? I can say to the person, look, I'm going to give you 20 now, and for 6 months, you're going to have to train me and be available, etc., for, transitioning the business towards me. If I identify anything that you lied about or that any debt that you have hidden or whatever, then this could obviously jeopardize the second payment or the third payment. So you see, what I'm doing is that I'm releasing money little by little. And what's powerful about this is that when I'm in a posture of paying little by little, I'm in a position of strength, very much in a position of strength. On top of this, remember, reason number 1 is that you're earning money, there's income coming in from day one. So in fact, what's happening is that part or the entire sometimes purchase of the business is sometimes financed by the business himself. Okay, so if the business is profitable, well, in 6 months you can perhaps say, okay, in 6 months I can do another $15,000, so I can pay the guy $20,000 at that point. I'll add $5,000, but that is much easier. Do you see what I mean? So reason number 7 is that it's much easier to finance. Okay, now all of these reasons combined make buying a business very, very, very attractive. Very attractive. Now, I just want to give you a word of caution. That's not necessary that you do that. Now, let me just explain something. These are 7 advantages, but there are inconvenience, and I want to be very clear about this. There are inconvenience. There's a lot of sellers, business owners that want to sell their business. They are selling it because they have too much debt, because there's a reason, because there's suddenly this year there's been so much competitors that entered the market, and he sees his earning going down. Of course, he's not going to tell you that. He has seen a change of law that has impacted his business. It doesn't matter, but be very, very careful, because a lot of the time, if you don't know what you're doing, you might end up with a hot potato. A hot potato is this thing where the business owner, he can't handle it and he just passes it to you. So sometimes it could be like, wow, that's not expensive. It looks amazing. The figures can be wrong as well. Okay, sometimes business owners, I've spoken to business owners 2 weeks ago actually, that are selling their business, but they don't have an accounting software, so they don't have receipts. They just have numbers on an Excel spreadsheet, and that's a risk. That's a risk. You have to keep this in mind as well. There's a huge amount of risk involved in this as well. You have to know what you're doing. And my number one advice is don't do it by yourself. You will lose at this game. Don't do it by yourself, because you don't know what to look for. You don't necessarily know the questions you should ask, the documents you should ask. You should really have a solid contracts in place. You should have an accountant with you, and so on and so forth. Of course, you can reach out to me if you'd like my opinion. As a business coach, I'm very much interested in these as well. But essentially, just remember, it's not all rosy. That's the point, okay, I wanted to make. I wish you all the very best. Please let me know if there's any questions. Please feel free to comment, and I will speak to you very, very soon. See you next week for another course. Bye for now.